Hey everyone, Casey here. I'm here from Trading Strategy Guides, and today we're doing the challenge. We're doing the big challenge today, the $1 million challenge, but also wanted to let you guys know that today is giveaway day. We're going to be giving some stuff away today. So all you got to do is share 2 links on Facebook or Twitter. If you do that, you'll enter in to win the competition to win 4 things. The Dream Trades hat, the cup, the mug, I know you guys like coffee, or the t-shirt, or a yearly subscription to the monthly alerts. That's the grand finale prize. Now, the hat is cool. The cup is cool. The shirt is amazing. But you want to know the best, it's the monthly alerts. Why? Because a hat's not going to make you a lot of money. But the monthly alerts could make you a lot of money. So obviously, that is the way that we're going to go with that, So very cool. Just wanted to see if you guys can hear me. Can you guys hear me? Sound check, sound check. Take a look at the stuff we're giving away here. Can you guys hear me? Sound check. Okay, awesome. Okay, good. Well, we're going to be starting in about 6 minutes because I said that I was going to start at 9 o'clock, and so I want to do what I said. But here's what I want you to do is while you're waiting, you can share that link. Also, to enter into the competition. Also, I'm going to do a recap from yesterday or from Monday's session. We're going to be looking. I didn't take a currency trade last time because there was nothing set up right. Because remember, when we're doing this challenge, I want to really make sure that that I got the right setup. So, so I'm taking my time. I'm going to take my time on every trade. We're in no hurry. To rush things is not a good way to go. So anyhow, I just want to thank everyone for coming. We got great feedback last time, and great attendance, and so I was really excited about that. So I think a lot of people are going to really enjoy it. So I'm not going to start until 4 o'clock. So where are you guys all from today? I love to hear from the audience where everybody's located, where you guys are watching from, because I usually get people from all over the place. Just let us know where you're from today. And while you're doing that, let me check something real quick. Hey everyone, I'm back in action. So thanks for chatting, everybody, and letting us know where you're from. Very cool to see all the different places. We got people from Nigeria, all the way from Nigeria, Montreal, Baltimore, England, Malaysia. Awesome. Very cool. Very cool. All right. So guys, again, we are doing the giveaway today. We're starting here in about 1 minute. There's a link that we just posted, and it's also pinned. You can enter in. There's 2 links. You can enter our giveaway by posting and by sharing those links. By sharing it on Facebook or sharing it on Twitter, you'll enter in to win our prizes, which let me fix this here. There you go. You can see we got a Dream Trades hat, we got a coffee mug, we got a shirt, we got the monthly alerts. All you got to do is click that link to share and share it on Twitter or Facebook, and you can enter to win. Now, obviously, the grand prize is the monthly alerts, and as I had mentioned previously, that's to me the most valuable. The other stuff is cool, which I would be really thankful to get that, but the alerts is what could make you some money. So with that being said, let's go ahead and get started. We're going to jump right in. I'm going to do the presentation, and then I'm going to be looking at some trade setups. Today's training is about options and how I plan on growing my account to $1 million using options. It's some pretty great stuff, I think. It's going to be valuable for watching me. But let me jump into the presentation here. Let's see here. And I want to so here we go. We're getting started with the presentation. And so what we have is today we're going to do the $1 million experiment. Okay. And today's the giveaway day. So you have, during this session, you have to share those links or you don't enter to the end. So you got probably an hour to do it. I would recommend doing it now so you can get in. Again, a disclaimer, trading is risky. Do not trade what you cannot afford to lose. What I'm doing is for educational purposes only. I'm trying to show you some examples of some ways to do things. These are not trade signals. These are not trade calls. I'm not telling you what to do. You have to really plan out and weigh the risks because anything can happen. So today, just to recap, I'm going to attempt to grow 3 small accounts to $1 million. 1 Forex, 1 stock, and 1 option. And using 3 different strategies for each one. I have a Forex account, an options account, and a stock account. And then I'm going to do different balances for each one. And today I'm going to get into why the options account was so low, because it's actually the lowest amount to accomplish this. Again, I'm going to be showing you all the trades, everything I do. So make sure you subscribe, right? Make sure that you subscribe and hit the notification bell so you know when I come up with a new trade or when I go live so that you can get it and see what's happening, okay? Because I don't want anyone to miss it. This is one of those situations where I highly recommend that you subscribe and hit the notification so that you don't miss anything. Because I could come up with something in a moment's notice. I'm going to plan on doing these at 9 o'clock, but if I'm at the end of the day and I see something coming, I might do a trade and I might do it live. I might just go live. So in that case, it'd be great to have the notification. It might be just a little 5-minute thing so that you can get access. But again, you have to subscribe and hit the notification. And I'm talking primarily on YouTube, but I'm also doing these on Facebook and Twitter too, and there's ways to make sure you get all my notifications depending on what platform you prefer. Okay, so 3 different accounts, And today is strategy number 2, where I'm going to be talking about options. Now, my strategy specifically is going to be long-term out of the money options. And I could do buy calls or puts, and I'm going to talk about that a little bit today because this is going to be interesting. I might get some of your feedback, but I haven't actually decided what trade I'm going to take yet. I'm doing the analysis on a few, and I want to get your feedback. So if you're willing to help me out and give me some feedback, just reply yes in the chat right now, just so I know that I got some people on board that's willing to help me out, just by sharing your opinion on what your favorite trade might be or what trade you think would be the best trade. So just let me know in the chat if you'd be willing to help with that. So with options, there's a couple reasons why options is really good. Number one is that I'm going to be buying out of the money options. Okay, if you don't know what that is, that's okay. I'm going to explain it. But the reason why out of the money is good, it's because I can use leverage. It'll allow me to buy more contracts, and then that gives me leverage to make more money. So if I buy 100 contracts versus if I buy 1 contract, my ROI is higher when I buy 100 contracts. I mean, that makes sense, right? The problem with out of the money is it's a lower percentage trade. So if you're going to be risking a lot of money, a high dollar amount, which we're trying to do, you'd think you'd want to go with the higher percentage of win rate. But we're trying to use that leverage to accelerate our growth, right? So this is phase 1 of the strategy. Once I get my account up, then I reverse the situation and I start buying things that are higher winning percentage, and I don't worry about leverage as much. But since I only have an $800 account, well, guess what? I got to use the high leverage in the beginning. And so it's a little more risk on the front end. You're paying the risk so that you can get a bigger reward. Here's a little thing for you. A lot of people in the United States now, they love to use this saying. They say, okay, everybody stay safe, and when I hear that, I kind of smile and say, okay, well, I don't plan on being safe. And the reason why is because in life, most things that are worthwhile are not safe, right? If we look at all of our heroes, and whoever your heroes might be, they were willing to take a calculated risk or for something that they were trying to accomplish or something that they believe in. And so, again, when I talk about the disclaimer, trading is risky, but we make calculated decisions in order to make larger gains, right? So the risks are going to be a little higher than maybe even normal, but we do that purposefully because we want to have success, right? You can't do anything without success, without a little risk. So again, we're going to use out of the money. I'll explain a little bit about what that is when I go into the options part. Also, I do long term. And what that means is it's my expiration date. So whenever you buy an option, you can buy a 7-day option, which means it expires in 7 days. You can buy a 1 month, weekly. There's lots of different ones. But I'm going to go like 6 months out so that I have a lot of time for me to hit my objective. It gives me a maximum amount of time. The longer out you go with the option, the more money it's going to cost you to buy it. And I'll get into details on that. So if you're not familiar with options, let us know. We'll help you. If you have any questions along the way, please don't hesitate to ask. So if I lose on this first trade, I will lose the entire amount. And this is the fastest path to 1 million because it has the highest leverage points. So that's another thing to consider. Now, the starting balance is going to be $800. The trades to 1 million is 7. And if you go back to last training, and I have a link in the description for that. If you want to go back and watch the first one, it was really valuable. there was 11 trades. The last one was 11. So this is a faster path, right? But I think it could be the most challenging. The target per trade is 500% or more. That's pretty crazy that you think that you could get a 500%. It's a 5-to-1 ROI, right? That's crazy. However, with that being said, I've been able to get much more than that using this type of strategy. But the big challenge is going to be able to do it consistently. So if I lose on this first trade, I'm out of the series. And remember, I've seen comments before, people saying, yeah, I'm going to do this. Yeah, I'm going to follow all your trades. I'm going to put $5,000 in. Well, remember, this takes, I've got a lot of experience. I'm in a different situation than you. You have to, I'm not better than anybody else, but I have everyone's different, right? So you have to calculate your risk based off of your experience and your current financial situation, right? We want to be smart. Trading has risk. It's just part of how it works. But in this case, the way that I am doing it, and I'm not making a recommendation, this is educational purposes, you can do it how you want to do this. And now that you're learning some things that you can do, it's giving you more options. All right, so the money management part is I'm going to risk $800 on the first trade. And if I hit my target on this trade, I will risk the entire profit except $800 to leave me with the ability to trade again should I lose. So the first trade is going to be the most important. The second trade is going to actually, now I'm going to have a little buffer, which is really good. The question was that you thought I would start with 1,000 or something. This is actually $800. I'm starting with 800 on this particular strategy. Okay, $800. So there we have it, 800. Each time I take a new trade, I'm going to leave an amount needed to trade again. So the first trade is going to be the most important. So I will want to really take my time on this first one. And again, anything can happen in trading. I have no idea what's going to happen in the market. But here's how it actually plays out. $800 is the first trade. I'll probably make about 4,000, and so then that takes my account up to 4,800. So then trade 2, I leave 800 in and risk the whole 4,000, but I leave 800 as a backup, right? So then trade 3, if I hit my target, it's going to be about a $20,000, and so then I would leave $4,800 in the account in case it loses, and so on and so forth. 24,000, 100,000, and then trade 5 is 400,000, and trade 6 is 500,000. Okay, and if I win on the 6th trade, the total value of the account would be 2.5 million. Or if I win on the 5th trade, it would be 2.5 million. So pretty good in 6 trades. Again, don't let your eyeballs blow up and say, "Oh my goodness, this is the most amazing thing ever." Yeah. Yeah, so I'm just reading a comment. I think somebody's confused. They said already 50,000. I thought you'd turn it into $1 million. It's actually $800. I have $800 on this. See this trade 1, 800. That's the total balance. All right, 800. Okay. So, anyways, let's keep going here. So here's going to be some of the challenges to this, because I think this is one of the most challenging of paths, but it also has some advantages, such as the fastest growth rate with the least amount of money to start. So here's some of the advantage is really fast growth, right? Really fast. But there's some big challenges here. Finding a stock that will make a big move, winning 5 trades in a row, picking the expiration date, because if I don't win 5 in a row, it pushes me back. But the good thing, the advantage here is if I win the first trade, I have a backup, right? So I actually have to lose, at some point, I'm going to have to lose 2 or 3 in a row in order to really fail out. So this is really good. And so all of these trades are going to be done on this channel, totally transparent and live. You're going to find out whether I fail or lose. And for the most part, it's just going to be a great training exercise and educational purposes. I'll be happy either way, just because obviously I really want to do this, but you know, the main thing is to really get this educational. It's all going to be live. So that's why you really want to subscribe here. Hit the notification, subscribe, hit the notification so you can see all of the trades in this series, because they're all going to be done on YouTube. Okay. Again, let's go back. Number 4, if I pick something that expires too soon, the time decay will cause the trade to expire worthless. And so there's an expiration date on options, and I'll go into that. But so let's say, example, I buy one today and it expires on February 20th. Well, then if it doesn't hit my price by February 20th, it expires worthless and you lose the whole trade. So I had one the other day, and I can go into the chart and show you guys where I picked the price. I got the price right, but I was one day off from it hitting the target, and I ended up losing everything. And so that is one of the big reasons I was off by one day, because it expired on Friday, and then Monday it went up to the target, and I lost the entire balance of the trade just because I was off by one day. And so that's one of the huge challenges of options trading, is the expiration date. And so I'm going to be looking to go 6 months out, and that will give me 6 months to hit my target. If you do a 1 week, then you have to be going for a really short target. So again, if you pick it too far out, though, you don't make as much money on it, and it doesn't accelerate as fast. So you got to find the right balance with that expiration. And then discipline, sticking with the strategy, and making sure we do the proper research on the trade. And so on all of these trainings, if you guys have anything to say or have any questions, or if you have any stocks that you want me to look at, or currency trades or whatever, please mention in the chat. We're always going to be here to help. And that's what we're here for. So, you know, be vocal and speak up and let us know what you're thinking. So here's what the actual strategy is going to be, where I'm going to find a strong trend and then try to time the entry to continue the trend to be able to get enough movement to hit the target. Very similar to the currency trading. I'm going to look at weekly charts, daily charts. I'm going to look at 4-hour, 1 hour, and I'm going to try to find a company growing revenue or shrinking revenue quickly. Because if you're buying a call, you're looking to buy a company that's growing and is going to increase in value. If you buy a put, you're looking for a company that's going down and will decrease in value. And I'm going to actually look at a put today and also a call. And so should be really educational and good. So thank you for that. Now let's go ahead and jump into the actual trading. And I'm going to start by going back to last week, which is currency trading, because I didn't get a trade yet, but I am getting closer to finding an entry. So go back to the last video and you can see what trades I was looking at to get a little context. But right now I'm looking at this euro dollar on different types of time frames here. We like to start it out looking at a weekly time frame. You can see if we zoom it way out here, that we broke this long-term uptrend, long-term downtrend, and now because of that, I'm thinking that we're in an uptrend. So all of the trades on this are now going to be buy trades because of because this trend line was broken. Another really valuable level was broken was right here. This one and this one. Okay, and this one. And we're actually, let's go now to a daily. Okay, and we're actually right at that same level right now. Okay, so if the price will then break this again, that is a super bullish signal. So we pulled back. We're right down here. We have another support level right here. Okay, right here. And we got this little channel. But if it breaks up, very bullish. Okay, now let's keep going. it broke this little trend line, this short-term trend line, and now it's retesting it. So let's look at that on a 4-hour time frame. It broke that trend line, it popped up, and now it's retesting. So right here, I'm looking for a bounce to happen to the upside. Let's go to an hourly time frame. And so we got a little bit of a bounce, but it still hasn't gone. So what I need to happen now is for this, and now I'm even down to a 15. I need for this to now break and go up. So I'm really close to the perfect entry here. And so what I'm going to do, because these have to be live, I am going to put a pending trade, because I want you guys to see the entry, because we don't know always when the entry is going to take place. So I'm going to take a pending trade right now. All right. And what that means is I'm not going to just take a market order. I'm going to let the price do some confirmation beforehand. So let's take a look at what type of trade we want to take here, where we want to put our risk and targets. So I would like this to be my stop loss, which is right below this support. Okay, because if it's out of here, I'm done. And I think a good target, there's a lot of opportunity here. If we look back for a weekly time frame, let me draw a Fibonacci on the weekly, and we have that. And if we look at, oh, I drew it the wrong way. Let's go, actually, let's go to a daily for this. Oops, no. So I want to delete this other one because I didn't draw it right. Okay, what I want to do here is find the pullback, which was this, and I want to hit the extension, which is about 161.8. Okay, so from here, we could potentially get 400 pips. Now I want to go back up to the weekly, and I want to see if there's a resistance point that could get in my way. So we have this one right at the 161.8. So this is perfect, right? This is like the perfect trade right here. We're bouncing off resistance. We're moving right up here. So again, if it's a perfect trade, does that mean it's going to win? No, of course not. Of course not. That's why I'm saying this is educational purposes only. Please don't go in and risk all your money because you think that I'm so smart, because that's how traders lose, is by following blindly people. You learn from people, but you're doing it to learn, not just to follow blindly. And people, I'm not bashing audiences, but people generally don't want to learn. They just want to follow with the magic bullet. But I'm trying to go through all these details to try to help and get some learning to take place. Okay, so right now, where I'm at, my stop loss, I want to give it some room, would be roughly 85 pips, I believe. So here's how we're going to make this work, is I'm going to click this custom buy tool. Okay, and custom buy is a special tool that we bought. It's called the Epic. It works for MT4. You can do these calculations on your own. I just do it with my tool because it's cool and easy. And I'm going to put my target way out where I had it. Where'd it go? Did I delete it? So I'm going to put my target right here. Okay, so we'll go back to custom buy, put my target here. And I'm going to zoom up a little bit because it's going to be hard to say. Okay, custom buy. And I'm going to add my stop loss. Where's the stop tool? The problem is this is the wrong color. Let me change this color. Okay, so I'm going to move my stop right here. Okay, you can see now it changed the order to 202 in size. And so it's risking 2100, which is what we talked about if you go to the spreadsheet or the tool. And I'm going to put my pending order above this level. Oh, it all reset when I went to a different time frame. Okay, let's do it again. Custom buy. We're going to go down here, move this one way up here. Where's that level? We got a nice big target. Okay, and my stop loss, give it a little bit more room here. What is the stop at this point? 67. I want to really make sure I have the resistance point calculated properly. I don't want to give it a lot of room, because why? Because I only have one shot on this first trade. I don't want to blow it. Okay, so I have a pretty good safety mechanism here with the stop loss. I'll move it down just a bit more, give it some good safety. And so now I'm going to go ahead and put the pending order in. And so you see where it says market? I'm going to click that, and I'm going to put the entry up here because I want some bullish momentum before I actually get a chance to take the trade. So here we have it. We're going to go with, it's about a 93 pip trade, and the target is going to be, all the way up here. 370 pips. So I might not take it all the way to the target, but at least it gives me an opportunity to make some big moves. And I'm not getting in until we get some bullish momentum. So I'm going to add this order in, and there you have it. Now, since I'm doing all of this live, I could possibly make some adjustments to this trade before it actually triggers. So now that it will zoom up a bit, it has to go all the way up here before I go long. Okay. As soon as it goes up here, I will buy. That's my entry order. There we have it. That's the trade. So I have a spreadsheet where I'm going to be tracking this for everybody. And so you can see I'll be putting it right here. The Forex account is 2100. I'm going to just put the date here, which is 9/20. Account, all the trades are going to be documented. Trade is Euro USD, and then I'll put the result after it's done. And you guys will be able to see that as we go. So right now, I put a pending order on the euro dollar. There were some other trades I really looked at. I was going to go short on this Euro Australian. I think this is a really good trade. The timing, I missed it a little bit. It's still a good, solid trade. I like this right here. I think we could go back down to the bottom of this channel. So if I end up taking the wrong trade, you guys will know that I took the wrong trade. It's like, you should have took the Euro odd, man. Took the Euro Australian. But here we have it. So that was another option. Another one I was really looking at was the USD CAD on the short because it just broke lower. I think that could go down to some of these levels here. Australian USD was looking at going long right here on this move and break. So I still have some options. So if this euro dollar doesn't play out, I still have some other options as well. So that's it for the currency side. And I'll be keeping everybody updated with that. Now, let's go ahead and jump into the options side of things. And I want to show some options stuff as well. Let's do this. Yeah, I actually did have Ben made a comment. Let me go back. Ben said, pound dollar looks good too. And actually, it's testing a really awesome level. You see this? Boom, boom, boom. This is a really good level that it's testing right here. And if it moves up, we got a lot of room. So pound dollar is definitely an opportunity as well. Okay, let's go to the options now. So here's some options trades that I was looking at. Let's take a look at one of them. We're going to look at a couple different ones. So we'll go, first of all, you pull up your chart and then you click options. Okay. And Once you do that, and I'm actually using, once you do that, then you go to your date. So I like to look for about at least 6 months out. So that would be, in this case, probably about August. And we look at the current price of this. So this is called the strike price, okay? And all that means is the price that you want to see the option, the underlying stock trade at. Because an option is just an option to buy a stock at a certain price. And this TMUS is T-Mobile. So right now that option at the current price is $12. Now, I think that this thing is going to go up a lot, right? It's a great stock. It's a good company. And I think it's the clear winner in the wireless space right now. And I don't always base stuff off my own personal opinion of things, but I use that. Use what you know, right? Use what you know. And so one of the things that I know is that AT&T treated me like total trash, and T-Mobile has treated me great. Okay, and so I pay attention to stuff like that. Okay, and I use that if I have an experience, but I also look at other stuff. I'm not looking at the world in a tiny little bubble, but I want to use that as a piece of my analysis. So I think that probably a lot of people are like me, are moving on over. So let's go ahead and look at the trade. Right now, the current price is trading at 130. Okay. And so where do I think it could go? Well, let's look at the chart. Let's look at the chart. I think we could see a lot of growth on this. If it breaks above this 150, I think we could go up to 150. This is 130, 150. Could it get up to 170? I don't know. I don't know. How much do I think? $30? That would be $60. So that's just some ideas. This is a great trending pair. So let's look at now back to the options. So let's go $30 is 160. I can buy this for $2.86. $2.86 for the August option. Now, I was the wrong side. $5. I could buy it for $5. Okay. Now, let's take a look at this column over here, which is called the delta. See this over here? It says delta. Delta will show you how much money you can make. And you look at this and you say, 0.21, what does that mean? Well, that means that for every dollar that the stock goes up, and that's called the underlying, every dollar that the underlying stock goes up, this will go up 21 cents. So let's get our calculator out. If we believe that it's going to go up to 160, that's $30. How much is that? 0.21 times 30. Okay, that's $6. That's $6. Okay, so if we buy the option for $5 and it goes up 6, that would take the option to $11 or $11 or $12. Okay, now would that be enough for me to get my 500%? No, that would only be 100%. It would be double. I wouldn't be upset with a double. A double would be fine, but it's not according to my strategy. So I need to find something a little bit cheaper. So I'd have to say, wait a second, maybe it will go up to 170 and then the price drops from $5.55 to $3.05. So could it go up another $40 by August? Yeah, I think that makes it a little safer trade. And so I could go ahead and try it at $3.05. So let's do the math again. So the option's now $3.05. The delta is now lower. It's 0.14 times, now how much is it going up? It's going up 40. That's $5.60. So $5.60 is a much better ROI. It's now 200%. It's 200% ROI right here. And that's a really good, that's really good. So we can keep playing with different prices and doing the analysis to try to get different percentages. 175 is even cheaper. So the further down you go, the cheaper it gets. And why? Why is that? It's because the probability goes lower the further out you go. So you could get really cheap ones down here for $2.25, but the probability of it getting all the way up to 130 is much lower. Okay, and so we look at all of the different factors. We look at the growth of the company. This company has good growth. And with earnings coming out, that really excites me because why? Because I think the earnings are going to be great. And the growth on this company is great. Let me pull up, let me show you some of the earnings here. The earnings are right here at, you see the nice steady growth at 45 billion. And this is just Yahoo Finance, and you type it in. You can get some analysis information too. A lot of people are recommending that this is a buy. You see that? So a lot of good stuff happening with this stock. We just have to time it right. And so I think it's going to be very solid. And so I wouldn't have any problem going for 200, to be honest. The delta is lower at 200. But the other thing you got to consider about the delta, as the price increases, the delta moves up. So in a month from now, if we buy this today and we get a 200 and T-Mobile's trading at 145, well, the delta will be at 35 cents, not down here at 0.3. So we can get in this really super cheap, and we can try to ride it out as well. And another thing, a little tip here is, if you'll notice this column right here, this is what is called the mid. And this is like the average. And so you can sometimes put orders in here and get cheaper prices, right? So the mid on this is 240, and the option is now selling here for 305. Well, we might be able to get it a 305 option for cheaper if we put a nice order in. And so that's one of the stocks I'm looking at. I'm not going to take a trade right now because I'm going to look at some other stuff. But let me take a minute here to just give you guys a little update on something. And that is, let's see here. Hold on. And today's the giveaway day. So if you haven't entered in to win some of our free merchandise, all you got to do is share the links. And we're going to post those in chat. You got to share a link on Facebook or on Twitter. At the end, we're going to pick a winner. You can get Dream Trades hats, cups, T-shirts, and the monthly alerts, which is the most valuable of the grand prize. That's the one that's really going to help you out long term. The hat is cool, but it's always good to get stuff anyways. But just enter in, and we're going to pick someone at the end of the session. Also want to remind everybody to subscribe and hit the notification button so you get updates on all of these trades, because it's going to be really exciting. Okay, so that was just a little thing. Just want to make sure that everybody, because we got a lot of new people since when I started, want to make sure everybody's got a chance to enter in to the trade. Okay, or to follow along for the education. Okay, so make sure you guys do that. Now, let's go ahead and move on to some other trades that I was looking at. All righty, we'll go to chart here. This is one that is pretty interesting to me. Okay, and this is Twitter. Now, Twitter, I actually think that it could run into a little bit of trouble. So we have a pretty strong drop here recently. And the reason that we're going to see this is because they have been in some controversy. And controversy is not usually great for stocks or companies. And they recently, the news, they banned President Trump. And Trump had 90 million followers. And they've also banned quite a few other people. And so as a result, if you read some of the news, there's a lot of people that are leaving the platform. Okay, and what that might not seem like a big deal, but stocks are controlled by earnings, right? So their revenues. So if they get like, 50 million people leave, their revenues are going to be dropping. Okay, so that means I probably would never buy this, but it could be an opportunity to buy puts. So if I buy puts, that means I would expect the price to go down. Okay, so let's take a look at what that would look like. So in 6 months from now, we're going to go to July here, and we think that this could go from 45. I think maybe $30, drop it down to 15. Okay, so what happens is with puts, the price, if you buy a put, it goes up as the price goes down. Okay, it goes up as the price goes down. So in 85, you see how the price keeps going the other way here when you buy these. Okay, you buy them. So if we buy a put here today at 6:30, as price goes down, you make money. Okay, so in this case, we would want to buy one at a lower price, around $30. We'd want to buy the $30 put because we think that's where the price would go down too. And so as the price drops, you make more money. And so that's just one of the options that I was looking at. I wanted to show you guys a put option because you're looking for companies that are shrinking and not growing. That was one that I was looking at. Another one that I have been watching recently is CRM. Okay, let's take a look at CRM. This one is a buy. And actually, I love this one right now. It really took a big bump today, and I was going to trade it yesterday, but this challenge didn't happen, and today we gapped up. So let's take a look here. They're going to be a little more expensive on the gap, but let's look at the options. So we have, let's go out to August. And current price is 220. I think this could go up to 300 or so. And you can see that it's $6, and it has actually gone up a lot since when I was looking at it this morning. It's 515, 470, 370. If I go up to 330. So these are a little bit more expensive. Let's see how it costs if we go a little shorter. Let's go to July. Okay, July, the price is here at 300 is 470, 385 is 310, $3. So I could probably do $3 here. Let's do a $3. And we look at the delta is 11 cents. Let's look at the delta here. So we go 0.11, and it's currently trading at 223. So if we increase to 310, that is $90. So we do times 90. And that means the option would go from $3 to 9.9. 9.9. So you look at that 9.9. So the option here is $3 or $3.85, and it goes up to 9.9. That's a really good ROI, right? So 3 times 3 is 9. So it's about a 400% gain, which is what we're looking for. And if it spikes quicker than that, that's where you can get the 400, 500, 600, or if it goes higher, you can get an even bigger gain. So let's go ahead and look at the chart again and see. I think we could go up to 247, break this top, and get up to 300. Why do I believe that? Well, if we look at the Yahoo Finance, let me show you that. We bring this up here. Yahoo Finance, you can see they've got really good earnings growth, like massive growth, lots of buy ratings. I think that they're still going to have a great opportunity to grow, and it's in a really nice position because it just broke out. So I think that this really could go to 300 and beyond by July. Okay, so I'm going to go ahead and go back to the options and see what else there could be here for us. If I went a little bit cheaper to 9 cents, to maybe 193, 330, you can get even more contracts. So the reason you want to buy the cheaper contracts is because you can leverage it, right? Because if you buy 100 contracts and it goes up, it increases your gains even more. You make even more money. So that's why we try to find out of the money. And just take a look at these percentages. This went up 20% in a day. This one here went 38%. This one 25%. So this is just in like a few minutes of trading. So that's pretty awesome. Pretty awesome returns. And you can get that if it's on a streak where it goes up for like 7 days in a row, 25 every day. You can make, really good ROI here. And this is even a very low. This is a 350. This is a 350, was up 25%. If I would have bought this yesterday, I would have put $1,000 in this. I would have already been up $250 just in one day. Okay, so you can see how this really plays out. So I'm gonna look at getting in at 340. I'm gonna look at getting 340. So the entry point is right now. So right now I was looking at TMUS and Twitter, and also this one, CRM. I'm not going to do Twitter because I'm not as comfortable doing puts, but I just wanted to use that as an example. So it's between TMUS and also CRM. So what do you guys think would be a better option if you guys were going to trade? Which one would you like to do? I'm only doing out of the money options because I'm trying to grow 500% per trade. I need bigger returns here. So they both have a lot of upside potential. Both trades have a lot of upside potential. I believe that I could get, let's see the pricing again. I think I could probably get a little bit cheaper with T-Mobile. And so that means I could buy more contracts, which means if it goes up, it could be a better trade. So I like them both. I got some good comments, though. Michael likes CRM better. I personally like both of them. Let's go back to CRM and take a look here. Options. CRM could probably go for 350, get it in at 199, $2. So T-Mobile's a little bit cheaper. Let's look at the chart. And we look at just if we go back to a weekly time frame, you can see the growth on this thing has been really good, right? The growth has been great year over year. So we got a nice pullback right here. So that's one reason I really like this one. Because last time we went down, we got a big pullback. It really launched. It went from 119 up to 280, 119 to 280. So if we get another move like that, we get another big $100 move. That's golden. Let's look at the TMUS chart. Okay, let's go look at weekly. So weekly T-Mobile has not jumped down as far. It's got a great pattern as well, though. I mean, this thing is awesome. But based off the long-term chart, I like CRM a little bit better. So we're going to go with CRM. And I'm actually going to make this trade on a different account here. So I'm going to do CRM. Thanks for the feedback, everybody. So we're going to go and we're going to look at the August. And I'm going to go ahead and what time was I looking at on that other one? Options. What was I looking at? Is it August or July? It was July. Okay, so let's go back. We'll do July. So I'm going to put a bid in here for a little bit cheaper. So you see that it's selling for $230. I'm going to get the July 340 call, and I'm going to put a bid in at $2.30, about 10 cents cheaper. So that is a good thing because it could drop down and I get a better price. So today's it's really rocking up, but it might fluctuate. I'll be very patient on this. So the price on this is $2.30. How many contracts can I buy? So with $800, we're going to go 2 and 3. Let's see if we can afford 3. We click review, and it's $693. So now I'm going to go back to edit, and I'm going to add another one, and it's $924. So I can't actually spend enough to spend the full $800. And so that is something we have to put into consideration. So one final check on this growth opportunity. If this thing goes up to 340, we could see about a $12 increase in the option price, which would definitely get me on my percentage. So let's go ahead and put that order in. And I'm going to put the order in now. Okay. So the order is now working. I have not taken the trade yet, but I will keep you guys posted on that. So let's add it to the spreadsheet right now. Where was that spreadsheet? I got too many charts. Okay, we have that. So we're going to go 9/20, and we're going to go options, CRM. So there we have it. Today was 2 trades. Both of them were orders. Neither of them have been filled yet. The euro dollar is actually still moving down. And so what I might do is drag this entry down a little bit if price goes down even lower. So I might get in at a better price. So that is just something to consider. Okay. All right. Well, that is basically it for today's training. We're going to come back on Friday, and I'm going to show you how I'm going to do it with a stock. So we did the Forex, we did the options, and now we're going to do the stock. So again, if you want to get these updates and find these trades, go ahead and subscribe, hit the notification. One last thing I want to mention to everybody here is one thing I want to mention is I'm going to do the drawing. So if you want, we're going to post those links one more time. You can enter in to win by sharing that on either Facebook or Twitter, and we're going to pick some drawings right now. And then while I'm going to give you guys some time here to enter, and I'm going to answer some questions. And so one of the questions came from Ben Z. Ben Z said, how do I like my Tastyworks platform? Ben, I really like it. I've been using it a long time. I also use Webull as well for options, but I separated it because I was doing 2 different strategies. So I have 3 different accounts, one with Webull, one with Tastyworks, and one with Forex. So I have 3 different accounts. And if I do have a special offer on the Webull where you can get a free stock. If you're interested, just let us know and send us a message. We can help you with that. Okay, so the links were posted. And so while we're doing that, you guys can go ahead and can ask. So LV wants to know, what is the trade for CRM again? So let's go ahead and bring that thing right up. wrong platform. CRM is right here. I can bring it up. So I'm going to go to, I'm going to buy 3 contracts at 340 calls, which expire on July 16th. My current order is to get in at 2:30, is to buy it at 2:30. And so I have not, let's see, did I get filled? Actually, I believe I did get filled. Okay. So I actually did get filled at $2.30. And so this trade is now live. And we're in. So we'll be keeping you guys posted on this. And so this is going to be very interesting because I'm not going to be trading every day. This challenge, you're going to need to subscribe and hit the bell because this might be open for a month, you know, and so it's not like I'm day trading, right? So I'm doing this long term there. So that's the CRM trade that I got into. So pretty good. Okay. And so the euro, I'm still waiting for it to break up. It might have to be wait a while, but I will be keeping you guys updated on that. And I do have some other trades I could look at if something triggers first, but I'll let you guys know. Okay, so let me go ahead here and check for the giveaway. Let's just see what we got here. I want to, I'm going to go ahead and start picking some people out here. Okay. So the first winner of the Dream Trades hat is the username @Catton. @Catton is the first one. And so we will be sending you contact via social media for the winner for the hat. So if you're on this and that's a Twitter username @Catton, congratulations. Great job. So thank you. Thank you so much for entering. Okay. Let's keep on going here. So I want to show you guys how I actually choose these so you guys can see. So this is the actual link that I need you guys to share. And what you do, we actually, believing it or not, we only had 7 people that entered the competition. So at least on Twitter. And so on Twitter, you go in and I just click and I show who participated. And so that's how I picked @Catton. Is he was the one that retweeted here. And so that's how I chose the first one. And so @Catton won a Dream Trades hat we'll work on sending that. So next time, hopefully we'll get more than 7 on there. And Facebook, I'm actually having a little technical difficulty with Facebook because I can't log in because I cleaned out my browser yesterday and I can't log in. So maybe I need to figure that out here. Okay, so it says that it sent a login code to my phone. Oh, there we go. Sorry for the wait here. Okay, so while we're waiting, I'm going to try to find this the post on Facebook. All righty. Let's see how we do this. I'm going to go here to the chat, and these are the 2 links that you can use to share. So I still haven't picked everybody yet. So if you want to jump on those 2 links on Facebook and Twitter, you can do so. Okay, so here we go. So if we look at the Facebook side, this is Facebook here, and Facebook has 9 people that shared it. So I'm going to pick somebody from there. So all you have to do is share that, and we got a lot of comments, but a lot of people didn't want to actually share it, but you have to share it to enter into the competition. So we got 9 shares on Facebook and 7 on Twitter. So I'm going to pick somebody. I didn't want to show everybody's username, but Yugoslav is the winner. Yugoslav is the winner of the Dream Trade monthly alerts. So thank you so much. We'll be reaching out to you. And the winner of the coffee mug is Ray King. And I'm going to be reaching out to Ray about the coffee mug. And then the last giver, the last one, the last profile here is building up the suspense. Okay, here we go. Apologize for taking so much time here. The last one is that won the t-shirt is going to be Art Teacher. So Art Teacher, if you're on, congratulations. We did the giveaway, and thank you guys all so much for participating. We're going to reach out to all of you guys. Thank you so much. We will be reaching out to you guys very soon with your prizes, and have a great day. And please subscribe and like this, and we'll be keeping you guys posted with the results. But thank you so much.